Happy Friday, and we're both in our Christmas jumpers because it is Christmas jumper day. Make sure you donate to Save the Children if you're wearing your Christmas jumper today, which I hope you are. There is a game kicking off at time of filming in an hour and a half. That's Leeds West Ham. So let's predict that straight away as we head into our Premier League predictions. Leeds West Ham, what do you think the score's going to be? I think it's going to be a really close game.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a tight one. They're both in good form. I think Leeds are just about going to nick it 2-1.
I don't know. I'm finding it hard to bet against West Ham at the moment. I know they lost to Man United last week, but I feel like they were unlucky. I'm going to go the other way. I think they've got an away win in them here. I think they're doing very well. 2-1 West Ham. Right, on to Saturday's games. 12:30 kickoff, the first game, the early game, the game that none of the European teams want to be in. Well, Wolves are in it. It's Wolves Aston Villa, so none of the European teams are in it. 12:30, a bit of a West Country derby, and I'm actually going to jump in with my prediction first here, because I'm going to predict what I think will be seen as an upset Aston Villa win.
Yeah, I was swaying that way as well, to be honest. I know Wolves have been pretty decent recently, and it's nice to see Raul Jimenez is back in training, which is good news. But yeah, I think Villa are just going to have the edge in this one. I think Grealish is going to make all the difference. 2-1 away win.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say 1-0 because I don't think Wolves will score. I don't think they look a bit blunt without Jimenez up front. Newcastle West Brom, the more traditional 3:00 kickoff on a Saturday, a game of the weekend, home win.
We know what's going to be last on match of the day on Saturday night, don't we? Crikey. So I'm going to 0-0. Terrible. It's going to be an awful game. Awful.
1-0 Newcastle. It's going to be an awful game, though. The big one, biggest game of the weekend at Old Trafford. Manchester United hosting Manchester City. This is a big test for United, especially recently. And if they start like they have in their last 4 games, against Southampton, they got off to a really shocking start, conceded 2. West Ham, they went a goal down and had a really bad first half. And then we all know what's happening against Leipzig in the week in Europe, going 3-0 down. If that happens against Manchester City, this could be an absolute whitewash.
Yeah, this is a big game for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, isn't it? Crikey. In the week, they were horrifically poor against Leipzig. And for a man I don't think is good enough to manage the club, this is a huge, huge game. I think City have been going under the radar a little bit. They've slowly caught up. They're getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, and they're looking quite good as well, which is good. I know did Aguero score in the week? I think he did. But yeah, no, they've been pretty good. You might have to double check that. But yeah, I think City are just about going to nick it. 2-1.
I think it's going to be 3-0 Man City. I really do. I think Man United are going to start slowly again. And as much as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says they're improving, I'm not sure they really are, because they're not that good. They've got lucky wins in the last couple of weeks, and that won't happen against his Man City team. It papers over cracks. I know a lot of people are calling for his head, but I think there's just about enough goodwill in the final score each week that it is papering over cracks. And he's thinking, oh, we're getting wins. On to Everton-Chelsea, 8 o'clock late kickoff tomorrow on Saturday at Goodison Park. Everton have just slipped back into mid-table mediocrity, haven't they?
Yeah, agreed. I just don't know what to make of Everton at the moment. One game, they're absolutely brilliant. And unfortunately, they've had a real run of poor results. I think if you take Calvert-Lewin's goals away, they're a really average side at the moment, unfortunately. And on the other hand, Chelsea have looked very good. And yeah, I think they're going to win. 2-0 away win.
2-1. I think Everton will score. I think they've got enough up front to score. 2-1 away win. 2-1 to Chelsea. We're agreeing with each other today, even on the ones I didn't think we would. On to Sunday. There's lots of games on Sunday. Because of midweek games, there's no Monday night football. Midday, Southampton take on Sheffield United at St Mary's. There's only one way this is going, and it's a home win. Southampton look great. Sheffield United look absolutely dreadful. Yep,
can't disagree. Team playing really well, Southampton. Sheffield United can't score a goal. Comfortable home win, 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. That's exactly what I was going to say. Crystal Palace, Tottenham Hotspur at Selhurst Park. This is going to be a test for Spurs because Crystal Palace won't come out at them, I don't think, like most teams have been, which has played into Tottenham's hands. And you look at games against teams like West Brom where they just about got across the line in the last minute. So it's going to be a tricky one. What do you think first? Which way do you think it's going to go?
As you say, it's the first test of Spurs having to play with the initiative. As you say, Palace aren't going to move. They're going to have 2 banks of 4 probably.
They're threatening going forward.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, I think Spurs are just going to nick it, and this will be the performance that maybe takes them towards being a title challenger. And I think they're going to win 2-1.
Damn, I was going to say 2-1. I thought you were going to say 1-0. I think they're going to win 2-1 as well. I do. I think they'll concede. Actually, no, I'm not sure that. Well, yeah, I think they will concede just because they'll be coming out a little bit more. So 2-1 Spurs. Fulham Liverpool at Craven Cottage. I'm going to go straight in 4-0 Liverpool.
No, nice to see you gave Fulham an ounce of a chance there. Actually, I think Fulham have done all right recently. They did all right against City away. 2-0 away is not a bad result. I think it's going to be a bit closer now. I'm going to go 2-1 away win. I think Fulham are going to give them a real good game.
4-0. Liverpool are going to wipe the floor with them. Arsenal Burnley. Now, I'm interested to hear your perspective of this, because I actually think that Burnley is the worst possible team Arsenal could be playing at this point with what's been going on over the last few weeks. Arsenal have looked completely lacklustre going forward. They've created nothing. You look at how Spurs played against them when they just went, come on, have the ball, try and break us down. Arsenal didn't offer anything. Of all the teams you could play, Burnley are not it. If you played Brighton, they'd come out and try and play football against you. If you played Southampton, if you played even Wolves, Leeds, West Ham, all of these other teams are playing a bit more football. I think that Burnley and Newcastle are the two teams I wouldn't want to be playing if I was an Arsenal fan. And unfortunately, you've got Burnley.
I can't disagree. They've got their style of play, and it doesn't suit the way Arsenal we're going to play. We're going to dominate the ball, create nothing, and they're just going to go route one and probably nick a goal. I am very worried about this game. We've got to get a result. We need to win. I think we are just about going to nick it 2-1.
I honestly, if I were an Arsenal fan, I'd rather be playing Liverpool or Man City, because at least you can sit in then and just see what happens on the counter attack. I think it's going to be 0-0. I really do. I think it's going to be a really turgid game. It's going to be similar to the Spurs game, with Burnley not having the quality going forward. Leicester-Brighton, 7:15 on Sunday, rounds off the weekend's games. This is at the King Power. Brighton, quite simply, need to get a couple of wins under their belt, or they're going to start looking over their shoulder, because they're very close to that relegation zone, despite the praise we've been giving them.
Yeah, agreed. They've been playing really well. They just don't have the points to back up the performances, which is a real shame, because I really like watching Brighton. And it's actually quite nice to see Danny Welbeck playing quite well, which makes a change. He'll be injured soon, so don't worry. But yeah, I've got a feeling Leicester are going to have too much again. I think it's going to be a 2-1 away win.
That's home win if you think Leicester are going to have too much.
Home win. Sorry. Home win.
I'm going to go 3-1. I just don't trust Brighton at the moment. They'll leave gaps for people like Vardy to exploit. So I think Leicester will just get it. Anyway, that was Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. There are score predictions. If you want to let us know yours, feel free to pop them in the comments. Make sure you like the channel, hit the little alert button, the little bell thing, so that you know when we've posted a video. Like us on Instagram as well. Follow us on Instagram at pub_football. We'll be back on Monday to review these games, and we'll be previewing the week's games. It's getting to silly season, and it's going to be very tiring for us. There's only one thing left to say, and that's cheers.